In this video, I'm going to select a random page from the new book that I have that my mother brought from England with her because in Lithuania it's not available. By the way, A Course in Miracles is not even translated in my language. So I haven't used it because I used the one that is by A Course in Miracles Society, but I decided to use this book today to select some random page to read and then to see whether there is some commentary coming forth. So I will select it randomly, any kind of page. Let's see this one. Oh, I love this title. I need do nothing. This is very much according to how I live. I basically allow the higher self to show me what to do. So let's see what this has to say. You still have too much faith in the body as a source of strength. What plans do you make that do not involve its comfort or protection or enjoyment in some way? This makes it an end and not a means in your interpretation, and this always means you still find sin attractive. So when we make plans that involve the protection of the body, the comfort of the body, or the enjoyment of the body, it means we still find sin attractive. Sin means error. There is no such thing as sin, actually, what it's told in A Course in Miracles, because sin has the finality about it. But if you call it error, it can be undone. So anything that's not of God is just an error. It actually never existed. No one accepts atonement for himself who still accepts sin as his goal. So as long as we are motivated by the protection of the body, the joy, the enjoyment of the body, security of the body, well-being of the body, if we take actions for the body, it means still sin is attracting us. You have thus not met your one responsibility. Atonement is not welcomed by those who prefer pain and destruction because focus on the body will eventually result in pain and destruction because the body is of the illusion and it gets sick, it gets old and it dies. So even though it might have brought you some joy, it will bring you pain as well. It's a thing that is very weak. Anything can happen to it. And having it as perceiving it as your home must result in suffering sooner or later. You have made much progress and are really trying to make still more. But there is one thing you have never done. Not for one instant have you utterly forgotten the body. It has faded at times from your sight, but it has not yet completely disappeared. You are not asked to let this happen for more than an instant, but it is in this instant that the miracle of atonement happens, to let go of the body completely so that it disappears from your perception. Afterwards, you will see the body again, but never quite the same. And every instant that you spend without awareness of it gives you a different view of it when you return. And it's nothing so much to do about making the body disappear, but as it's explained in A Course in Miracles, our only function is forgiveness, and everything else will be done for us. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Whatever comes in your mind, just forgive and forgive and forgive. And the Holy Spirit will do most of the work. You do 1%, it will do 99%. That's why in A Course in Miracles, it is told that you might actually not even believe it, but it's true. You have to do very little to receive a lot. Just forgive. At no single instant does the body exist at all. It's always remembered or anticipated, but never experienced just now. Only its past and future make it seem real. Time controls it entirely, for sin is never present. In any single instant, the attraction of guilt would be experienced as pain and nothing else and would be avoided. It has no attraction now. Its whole attraction is imaginary and therefore must be thought of from the past or in the future. It is impossible to accept a whole instant without reservation unless for just an instant you are willing to see no past or future. You cannot prepare for it without placing it in the future. You cannot prepare for the holy instant by thinking that you will receive it in the future. Release is giving you the instant you desire it. Many have spent a lifetime in preparation and have indeed achieved their instance of success. This course does not attempt to teach more than they learned in time, but it does aim at saving time. So it collapses time. For example, when you are forgiving people, then you will no longer get those lessons of forgiveness. So you're saving time. That time is being collapsed for you. You are attempting to follow a very long road to the goal you have accepted. It's extremely difficult to reach atonement by fighting against sin. That's what some people think, that they can reach God by not sinning. But here it is told that it's a very long road to do that. Enormous effort is expended in the attempt to make holy what is hated and despised, the body. Nor is a lifetime of contemplation and long periods of meditation aimed at detachment from the body necessary. All such attempts will ultimately succeed because of their purpose, but the means are tedious and very time consuming. For all of them look to the future for release from a state of present unworthiness and inadequacy. Your way will be different, not in purpose, but in means. A holy relationship is a means of saving time. So when we are forgiving anyone, it doesn't have to be someone we are in intimate relationship with. That's a holy instant. That relationship became holy. When we see them through the eyes of the Holy Spirit, through the eyes of forgiveness, not judging them, seeing them as they are, that's a holy instant. And this is what collapses time, eventually resulting in atonement. One instant spent together restores the universe to both of you. You are prepared. Now you need but remember you need do nothing. Again, the what we are doing when we are taking action, it's through the body. So it perpetuates it in our minds. We need do nothing. It would be far more profitable now merely to concentrate on this than to consider what you should do. When peace comes at last to those who wrestle with temptation and fight against giving in to sin, when light comes at last into the mind given to contemplation, or when the goal is finally achieved by anyone, it always comes with just one happy realization. I need do nothing because I'm not the body. Here is the ultimate release that everyone will one day find in his own way at his own time. We do not need this time. Time has been saved for you because you are together. This is the special means this course is using to save you time. You are not making use of the course if you insist on using means that have served others well, neglecting what was made for you. So if you are attracted to this course, it means this course is for you. And there are many ways to God, and people will be attracted to the ways that are perfect for them. But if you're attracted to this course, this is the pathway to God for you. Save time for me by only this one preparation and practice doing nothing else, and nothing else is emphasized. I need do nothing is a statement of allegiance, a truly undivided loyalty. Believe it for just one instant, and you will accomplish more than is given to a century of contemplation or of struggle against temptation. And here it is, it's explained why this works. To do anything involves a body. And if you recognize you need do nothing, You have withdrawn the body's value from your mind. So when you withdraw the body's value from your mind, you might start getting those periods of the disappearance of the body. And then you will understand you're not the body. And this is very important because the ego always wants you to identify with the body because that's where its home is. But you're not that. The social media is all about the glorification of body. Celebrities is all about that. But as we're doing our forgiveness, when we really forgive in our minds to whatever happens to us, then we start detaching from this movie, from the identification with the body, and that happiness arises from the source of love, from spirit, that lightness. And then that understanding dawns on us. We are not these bodies. So to do anything involves the body. And if you recognize you need do nothing, you have withdrawn the body's value from your mind. Here is the quick and open door through which you slip past centuries of effort and escape from time. This is the way in which sin loses all attraction right now. For here is time denied and past and future gone. So together with the body, time is gone, the past and future is gone. All of these things are of the same source, illusion. Who need do nothing has no need for time. Again, we are so time bound. It's so often that people rush to do things and they anticipate something happening and they are longing for some time when something will happen. But this shows us being stuck in time as a result of being identified with the body. But when we affirm to ourselves that we need do nothing, and we lose track of time, then we get into that timeless being. That's where our home is. To do nothing is to rest and make peace within you where the activity of the body ceases to demand attention. Into this place, the Holy Spirit comes and there abides. And if you meditate long time, you just sit, do nothing, think of nothing, enjoy this beingness. What happens is that the body as though starts dissolving. People stop feeling the sense of their limbs and that sense of numbness takes over until not even the head is felt and then you are as though nothing. That's how meditators experience nothingness of the body. So into this place of quietude, the Holy Spirit comes and there abides. He will remain when you forget and the body's activities return to occupy your conscious mind. But there will always be this place of rest to which you can return, and you will be more aware of the quiet center of the storm than all its raging activity. This quiet center in which you do nothing will remain with you, giving you rest in the midst of every busy doing on which you are sent. For from the center you will be directed how to use the body sinlessly. So by forgetting the body just for an instant, the Holy Spirit will start being heard and it will direct what you're supposed to be doing. Then indeed you can say you're resting in God, you're resting in spirit, and everything is being arranged for you rather than being identified with the body, which means acting through the ego and thinking from the lack what you're supposed to do next, what's your plan, what to pursue next, which is suffering. But if you're doing nothing, you're resting in God and then you are getting directions about what to do next. This is an effortless and happy way of living.